Good evening, everyone. Students were back in the classroom today at Cheney Middle School after learning virtually yesterday due to a school shooting threat made on Snapchat. Police say 2 people have since been arrested and are facing felony charges in juvenile court. And the conversation on how to move forward continues tonight as parents and police are urging families to talk about gun safety and to not turn a blind eye to any warning signs. And today, Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley headed to the gun range to find out what gun owners should teach their kids.
In wake of last week's deadly school shooting in Michigan and this week's shooting threat at Cheney Middle School, families across the valley are rightfully on edge. But West Fargo Police Chief Dennis Otterness says it brings a good opportunity to talk with your kids.
Those conversations should be happening in the home all the time about gun safety and making sure that people are responsible with things that are accessible in our homes.
I can almost guarantee you any person in their everyday life sometime is going to come across a firearm. So general training, general safety knowledge is, in my opinion, a must.
Price says part of being a responsible gun owner is properly storing your firearms and making sure no one else has access to them. Saying while you shouldn't hide your gun, your kids shouldn't know the code to your safe or where you hide the keys.
I mean, it's like presents at Christmas time. If you hide it, the kid's going to go looking for it, right? Because if it's hidden, it's got to be something that's really cool, right?
A rule of thumb Erica Thomas says she follows at her house.
They don't know where the keys are, they don't know the code safe, or the safe code, and they also don't have my fingerprint.
Thomas says once her kids get a little older, she plans to take them to the range for a more hands-on teaching experience, something Price says he sees at the range often.
You shouldn't have a problem as long as you take away the novelty and they have the proper knowledge on how to handle it safely.
Both Price and Thomas say it's important to watch for warning signs in your kids, both in person and on social media. And Thomas emphasizes to let your kids know not only are they not alone, there's better ways to handle what they're going through than with violence. Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Mike Price says for parents looking to keep their kids out of their gun safe, but also worried about not having quick access to their firearms, a biometric safe is best, which only opens with the fingerprint. State fire marshals are investigating the cause of the massive fire that burned a South Moorhead home earlier today. It was ruled a total loss. 2 people had to jump from a second-floor window to escape the flames. They sustained minor injuries and were taken to the hospital. All but one of the family's pets were lost in the fire.
This time of year with the holidays approaching and things like that, so these are always very difficult to be at.
Still no word on the cause of that fire. We'll continue to bring you the latest right here on Valley News Live. The Northern Valley may be seeing a little bit of snow this evening. Let's go to Hutch with a first look at your forecast. Hutch?
Stacy, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. As we glide through our midweek day, we do have a few light snow showers showing up from the northern Red River Valley, not far from Hallock and Oslo, Drayton, all the way out into Roseau County along Highway 11. It's very light activity. Checking the DOT cameras up there, there isn't even that much of a limit of visibility, but certainly a thin layer of slippery could be on the way, clearing skies down to the south. So here is a warm front making its way through. A batch of warmer air to the west has temperatures to the left of Hutch's white line. That's a freezing line above freezing. We remain in the 20s here in the valley and points west, upper teens in northern Minnesota. Our wind is picking up and our snow chances will continue into the evening and overnight into the morning. Some of us will have a layer of snow on the ground. Much more potent weather maker is on its way next week. We'll have details in your forecast here in just a bit about what we're facing as we go from Wednesday and into Thursday next week. And also for travelers this weekend, we could be seeing a storm in the region. We'll highlight all of this coming up here in just a couple of moments.
It's a lot to go through. Thanks, Hutch.
It is, yeah.
The state of North Dakota welcomed 162 new U.S. citizens today in 4 citizenship ceremonies. The proceedings were all held at the Sanctuary Event Center in Fargo. The new citizens originated from 39 countries, including Afghanistan, Bosnia, Brazil, and China. The citizenship candidates live throughout the state. Approximately 808,000 people across the country have achieved citizenship in 2021. New for you now at 6, a multiple vehicle crash slowed down traffic on 15th Avenue North and 11th Street North in Moorhead for a short time. Scanner traffic indicated the occupants of the vehicle may have serious injuries. Police have cleared the vehicles. For updates on this story, check out our website, valleynewslive.com, and the free VNL News app. Multiple car chases kept police in the valley busy over the last 2 days. A Fargo man led police on a chase, hitting a squad car in the process. Moorhead PD used stop sticks and a pit maneuver to stop 39-year-old Scott Hart on 18th Avenue South, where they say he fled from the car and was eventually arrested. During a search, officers found numerous syringes and other drug paraphernalia, including close to 3 grams of meth. Hart was charged with assault, fleeing a peace officer, and controlled substance possession. In Grand Forks, a safety call turned into a dangerous situation between a man and a stranger. Shortly after 1 p.m., officers say they attempted to stop 34-year-old Clifford Bays, who they say was riding a bicycle in the road, obstructing traffic. They say Bays then took off on his bike, entered an apartment building, and kicked in the door of a random apartment, barricading himself inside. They found Bays in the bathroom, and officers took him into custody for refusal to halt, burglary, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He also had 2 active warrants for his arrest in North Dakota. According to police, the female inside the apartment didn't know Bays. In Moorhead, a dangerous chase yesterday took multiple agencies through at least 2 counties at speeds of 100 miles per hour. Deputies made attempts to disable the vehicle as it traveled northbound on Highway 75. The occupants of the vehicle then began throwing items out of the vehicle, including a floor jack and a propane tank. Deputies were able to avoid them. After driving over a roundabout, police used a pit maneuver. The vehicle entered a ditch and the 2 suspects were taken into custody. 24-year-old Terrell Jones was arrested for a felony fleeing a peace officer in a motor vehicle, 2nd-degree assault, and a felon in possession of ammunition. 29-year-old Christopher Cloud was arrested for 2nd-degree assault. They're both being held at the Clay County Correctional Facility. A Valley City man was charged with attempted murder, and he's changed his plea to guilty. 27-year-old Alex Mooridian is accused of shooting another man in Valley City last February. The victim has since recovered. He told police he woke up to find Mooridian standing over him holding a pistol, and when he grabbed an unloaded rifle, Mooridian shot him in the abdomen. He'll be sentenced on February 1st. Making the season bright, homes, businesses, and parks throughout North Dakota are draped in spectacular displays of holiday lights. North Dakota Tourism has a page on their website to help you find the best Christmas light displays across the state. You can scroll through the photo gallery, click to learn more about specific displays, or upload photos from your own home or neighborhood. The Broadway Square Ice Rink is featured, the Red River Zoo, the lights at Lindenwood Park, Chihinkapah Zoo in Wahpeton, and Shriner Hill in Jamestown. Let us know your favorites on our Valley News Live Facebook page. Local officers are asking for your help to spread holiday cheer this weekend by dropping off food and toys for families in need. Officers from the North Dakota Highway Patrol as well as the Cass County Sheriff's Office will be taking donations. They're collecting items at the 13th Avenue Walmart this Saturday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Officers in Bismarck and Williston are participating as well. Last year, officials say they ended up with more than 1,100 toys, 4 vehicle loads of food, and more than $2,000 worth of donations that went towards toys and bicycles. Officials say they're hoping for an even better turnout this year. Those donations will be distributed to several local programs.